When you are a woman who feels like men can't be bi, men are not the problem. You are.
I've been doing too much, I've been running too fast, I've been testing my luck.
What is up, everyone? It's Phoenix-brevitas, and I want to talk about something that is quite an issue. This isn't a normal video that I make, because I normally make witchcraft videos, but it is normal in the sense that it is a video about some sort of controversy. If you know me, I have tackled several issues socially within the witch community. I've tackled sexism, a bit of, transphobia, homophobia. I've tackled it all. So obviously, that's normal for this channel. But today, I wanted to tackle something that's a little more personal to me. It's something that actually genuinely affects me, not just with one aspect of my life, but an aspect that is going to be with me and has been with me through my entire life, and that is my sexuality. I was recently just watching a Alexis Giselle video where it was just kind of meant as a bit of a satire, kind of comedic video about bisexuals. Every person that was in her video was female. The issue tackled the female issues with bisexuality. Obviously, if the roles were reversed, I'm sure Alexis would love to do a video that would tackle the male issues, but I didn't see a video like that when I was just scrolling through, so I decided, you know what? I've done videos like this where I've tackled these issues, so why not just do a video on my channel? I just want to start specifically stating what I think about bisexuality. Bisexuality is a sexuality where you can date, where you're attracted to two genders, obviously, because bi means two. There is one issue with this. Most people think because bisexuals, that means you're attracted to both men and women, when of course you can be attracted to any two genders. So you may be attracted to men, but you also may be attracted to non-binary people and just not female people. And I'd say that is something that is not really brought up when it comes to bisexuality. I mean, we have so many genders. Why does bisexuality have to be fixed into this one little box of men or women? So that's something I feel about bisexuality, and I feel that when it comes to bisexuality, men and women, while they may not go through the same things, I feel like it is an equal experience of the disrespect and people kind of just not believing in you. like they don't think you're telling the truth, that you're confused, or it's some sort of lie you tell yourself. And I feel like in that aspect it is pretty equal, but how we're treated is very differently, I feel, in a lot of areas when it comes to bisexual men and women. Of course, you can be non-binary and still be bi. This is why I want to make a video for just the male bisexuals, because I can speak fluently for the male bisexuals. I want to state, within the LGBTQIA plus community, the treatment of bisexual men is very poor. And it's kind of scary sometimes to walk into an LGBTQ space and feel like you are going to be welcome, because you don't feel that way. You don't feel like you're going to be welcome into that space. You feel like once you enter and you state your sexuality, that you're going to be mocked. It sucks. I once came out to a friend. It was the very first person I ever told seriously, hey, I think I might be bi. And they looked at me and said, could you not be? And they meant it. I know some of you are going to think, oh, they're just making sure that you're sure. No, they meant it in a way as like, don't be bi. It sucked. Because that was someone who I felt was going to be very cool with it. They were a chill person. They were going to be cool with anything. But it was really confusing to me as to why they'd react in such a way that stated they didn't think I was telling the truth. I'll admit I'm a pretty feminine guy at times, or a lot of the time. And so I get why people are gonna think, oh, that's a feminine guy. He's gay. Which I kind of hate because I can't tell you how many times I've come across a feminine guy who's straight, and it's... We're not going there. But I genuinely don't like how I've been treated because of my sexuality, because the treatment of it is you're either mocked, you're told, no, you're just gay, you're just too afraid to say it, just say you're gay. You know, it's cool, we're cool, we get it, you're gay, just say you're gay. And I hate that, because I don't understand why, and I commented this in the video too on someone that was saying, like, yeah, the issues with the male bisexuals, it's pretty, it sucks. I commented saying, yeah, I've talked about my experience, and I don't understand why people act like understanding bisexuality is like understanding rocket science, you know? Sorry if I suck with my words. Sexuality is not rocket science. It's literally just remembering the words and then moving on with your life. Bisexual. Bi means two. You learn this in, like, what, the third grade, usually? Bi means two. Bisexual. You are attracted to two sexes or genders. Bisexual. But I guess it's just, you're gonna be sitting there like the meme, you know, from Grey's Anatomy with all the freaking numbers all over the place, and you're just gonna go, what? I don't get it, and I certainly don't like it. In my experience, it's, if you're a feminine guy, you're gay. If you're not a feminine guy, then you're just making it up. If you first came out as gay, and you found, wow, I'm actually bi, and you try coming out as bi, you're immediately attacked. For whatever reason, when you're a gay male, obviously a lot of your friends are going to tend to be female, but when you have female friends and you say you're gay, they're going to love you. They're going to think, oh yes, I finally have a gay best friend, fuck yeah. And then you'll come out as saying, oh, I think I'm bi, and then they'll hate you. They'll tell you you're confused because they can't accept not having a gay best friend. They can't accept you not being gay because they had this idea of what it'd already be like to be friends with you. And you can't really say otherwise because I've experienced this. There are others who have experienced this, and it's really not fun. And even when you have gay friends, non-binary friends, or whatnot, they're going to look at you and think, he's lying to himself, he's confused, he just doesn't want to be gay, you're gay. And it sucks, because a lot of times in the LGBTQ community, whatever, LGBT, sorry, so many letters, they're going to kind of understand being bisexual is real, but that percentage is pretty small, and it's rising. Like, people are starting to get more educated, but even when there are members in the LGBTQIA plus community, they're still going to look at you differently when you say, hey, I don't think I'm gay or straight, I think I'm bi. Especially if you're male. For females, again, I can't speak for you. There's already a video from Alexis Gisal and Gabby Hanna. They make their own videos about it. If you want to hear the female perspective, go ahead. But I'm talking about my male perspective of being bisexual. And my perspective is that it sucks. There's no respect. You're often ridiculed. And you're often told you're wrong. When you've already come out as gay, and you've already heard stuff like that, but on a different level, and then you come to this, it just feels like there's no way you can ever feel happy with who you are. If you're with a woman and you say you're bi, they're afraid you're going to cheat on them with another guy. If you start dating a guy They're afraid that you're going to cheat on them with a woman. People don't seem to understand that you can be attracted to other people while you're in a relationship, but that doesn't mean you're going to cheat on them. And I hate that there are people, straight or gay, that go through a relationship going, oh yeah, he's attractive, yeah, I'd fuck him, whatnot, but I'm in this relationship. I don't understand why they think it's different for bisexual men or women. I don't understand the logic behind what it is that they're thinking when it comes to this. Just because I'm bi, that doesn't mean I'm going to just tap that and move on to the next. It means that I'm going to ask you out, I'm going to get to know you, and I'm going to figure out whether or not I want to spend the rest of my life with you. And of course, you're going to do the same. And then I'll do it. It's not going to be like, hey, like, I like you and everything, but, I'm fucking a woman. Bye. I don't like it. I don't like that this is what's going on socially, not just within the world in its entirety, but also in the LGBTQIA plus community. I can't say it. This shouldn't be happening, because the B is literally right there, LGBT. I feel like it comes from a lot of insecurity from gay men, because there are gay men who wish they were bi, and wish that they could pass as straight, so that they didn't have to deal with it. And I get that. When I was out as gay, all I could think about was, man, I wish I was bi. But of course, I'd always tell myself, but bisexuals don't exist. And that sucks, because you keep hearing of this possibility of escaping this hellhole, but then you're often told, no, it doesn't exist, or you find that it's just not true for you. I think the reason why in the LGBTQIA plus community is that it all just stems from insecurities. Being gay, it's not easy. When you are bi, you can experience what it's like to be gay in this world. And you can also experience what it's like to be straight in this world. And you see the difference in so many ways that not even gay people can. And it's terrifying, and it feels worse than ever. And the way you're treated is worse than ever. So I get wanting to have an escape of how the world treats you, but bisexuality is not an escape. It's just another prison. And it's annoying that there are people that think that so many of us are just saying we're bi because we're lying to ourselves, or it's just some sort of fetish for people. I don't like it. And the reason why I wanted so specifically to talk about the male perspective of being a bisexual is because when I looked into the comments of that Alexis Giselle video, there was someone who was trying to say, hey, love the video, but, you know, we also have to talk about being male and a bisexual, because in the Alexis Giselle video or whatnot, there was a male bisexual character, but when he said, hey, yeah, I'm bi too, all the women were just like, oh, get out of here, you're not bi. Psh, funny man. And so when they tried to bring that up in the comments saying, yeah, it's really like that and it's terrible, and I think we need to start talking about the fact that men go through this too. Men go through what it's like to be this way. It's not only biphobic, it's sexist a lot of the times. And it's not just sexist from a woman to say, hey, you're not bi because you're a man. It's also sexist for a man to say, hey, you're not bi. That doesn't exist. Because there's some sort of thought process for a man to not be bi. And even then, for a man to be gay, it's when in the comment section and I was scrolling through the replies, there were women in there talking about how women have it worse. And I'm not going to take that from you. Women have it worse in so many ways than men. But in the context of who has it worse when it comes to bisexuality, that's not a fight worth having on any side, both male or female. This shouldn't be a contest for who has it worse, women or men. Because at the end of the day, both have it worse. Because there is no escape when you are bi. You can have a straight relationship, but you're always going to wonder, what would happen if I just did say what my sexuality was? What would happen if I did try and be open with it and be with a guy? You're never going to escape that. You're never going to escape the afterthought of what if. And you're never going to be able to feel comfortable in your own skin when you're just trying to play it straight. You can't tell me you're going to sit there and not question anything, any of your choices. You're not going to question what would happen if you would try to be with a man. Just like for a woman, it's going to be the same. You're going to question that. And when you do come out as a bi, it's not like the world just opens up for you. It's not like the world is just suddenly kinder to you or things feel so much better. No, in ways it gets worse. This thought process has to end, in which who has it worse, women or men? What's more real, being bi, gay, or straight? This has to end because it's not getting us anywhere. If you are gay and you have a problem with bisexual men because of your own insecurities, you need to figure yourself out. Because we're not the problem. You are. When you are a man thinking it's hot for a woman to be bi, the woman is not the problem. You are. When you are a woman who feels like men can't be bi, men are not the problem. You are. You all need to stop. You all need to think about what you're saying and how it affects others. You all need to understand that when you portray yourself as one way, that does not mean you're allowed to escape the other perspective, the other way of living that is already a part of you and available to you. It needs to stop, and it's crazy, and I hate it. So, male perspective on bisexuality, it sucks, and I'd say it equally sucks as it sucks to be a female bisexual. Because you can't actually quantify how much it sucks. So get over yourselves. Please stop being sexist and biphobic. Stop being all of everything I just said, because honestly, you need to do better. You need to do better because we're not the problem. And that's that. I hope you guys like my video. If you want to check out my other videos, sure, go ahead. But this is it. This is me. It's Phoenix Brevitas. Leave a like, comment how you feel, your experiences, what you think, and yeah. Alright. Bye.